he was the mayor for something like 28 years or something.
Wow,
like
he must have been a good man.
Yeah, he was a great man, great man.
Wait a minute, let's just flashback, because we glazed over that so nicely because you're so humble, and I'm not really the most humble of people. So let's go back.
Here we go.
I don't think he's like, and at 10, I sang at the inauguration ball. Did y'all understand what that 10? He sang at the mayor's inauguration ball. Did y'all get that?
Inauguration? There was no ball. Come on, we don't have balls in Louisiana. We have a fish fry.
Well, okay, well, that was y'all's version of the ball. But you were 10.
We do have balls. We have amazing balls. That doesn't.
And I will be
We're going to have to edit that part out. What amazing parades and celebrations.
Amazing balls, and I will be down there to confirm very soon. I'll be down there to confirm or deny.
Oh, wow.
Quite quickly. I was going to wait a while, but I don't know. I might be on the plane tomorrow.
So what else do we talk about, Miss Gabie?
Whatever you want. You were doing great. You were just going. I love it. Inauguration balls. Let's talk education, because this is
education.
Let's talk education.
Okay.
At what point did you decide, you know what, this could really lead to something, and this is because you told us behind the scenes, we were talking school, and you really want to go into law.
Mm-hmm.
What led you from law to say, you know what, maybe law is not for me right now. I'm going to go into the music industry?
Well, I was always in the music industry.
Okay.
Pretty much. From, the only, my grandmother says the only difference between you and a Michael Jackson is $50 million.
That's a big difference.
You know what I mean?
Did she realize that?
In the sense of having the right people in place and the producers and whatnot. So I've always been in music and always put my foot forward in doing music as a profession, even throughout high school. But when I attended Northwestern State in Louisiana for about 3 years or so.
Right. Cut out right before graduation.
But hear me out. Okay. I went there for political science.
Right.
And the day that I found out that in order to actually go to law school, I had to just have the 4-year degree and take the bar.
Right.
And then go. I thought maybe I had to major in something like that. So instead, I went to the wherever it is that you go get your schedule changed, and admissions or whatever. I went to the office and I had my major changed to what my passion would be, and that would be something involving the arts, something involving creativity, and creating something from the ground up. Not saying that lawyers don't do that too.
Of course they create. They create lives from the ground up.
See? Everybody wins.
Everybody wins. Win-win.
So I went and changed my schedule and signed up for theater because I wanted to learn the art of acting.
Okay.
And I was always a good mover, but I had no technical training. I was the kid who, growing up where I grew up, it wasn't considered cool for a young black male to take dance.
Right.
So my parents shielded me from, I guess, from the opportunity of learning at an early age. But thank God for MTV.
Right.
I mean, I cut my feet on Michael Jackson, of course, and James Brown and Fred Astaire, watching old videos like that. But then when MTV really hit me, or when I was allowed to watch it, because I grew up Pentecostal, or I grew up Baptist-costal, sanctified Baptist-costal, because I grew up Church of God in Christ, Baptist, and Pentecostal. Ask me how it happened, I have no idea. And then, of course, in the South, you have people who just come and scoop your kids up and take them to somebody else's church for musical on Saturday or whatever.
Right. And it's an all-day process.
And it's an all-day process. So, and I sang in many of those choirs.
Mm-hmm.
But where was I? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I blanked.
Okay, let's go. Just go. What is
Hang
that?
on 1 second.
We were talking Northwestern.
Yes. Okay. So, I went and changed, and I had never. Okay. So I wasn't allowed to take dance. So I'm the one. As soon as I get off the bus, I'm standing with my hands in the window of the dance studio that was down the street from my parents' house, just learning what I could.
Right.
And then when I was allowed to watch MTV and all that stuff, I got into the boy bands, the NSYNC and the Spice Girls and Backstreet Boys, and choreography from that. And Janet Jackson was making such a huge impact, at that time. And so I decided that I wanted to learn the foundation of dance. I minored in dance. I majored in, long way of saying I majored in theater, minored in dance. And then about my third year in, okay, this story is going to require a little lubrication.
Wow.
A little libation.
He even says that nice. I like how that came out. Jesus have mercy on the living.
So, when was this?
He's screwing it down. This must be a psychiatry moment. He's screwing it down. All right, come on. Let me get informed. All right.
2002 is when I went to college. And American Idol had been on, I believe, a year.
Okay.
Then. Jeez. Right. That's a long time ago. Right. So American Idol was on for like a year.
Okay.
And I went to an audition. I went to the audition that year with a girlfriend of mine. We drove. It took us 7 hours to get there. We got pulled over and all this and all that. And we get there to the audition, and we step up as the man is telling us, "I'm sorry, we have too many people to audition. You're not going to be able to audition."
Oh, no.
We stopped it at 2,000, and then we added 30 more, and you guys are just getting, like, we were in the group of people that they were telling this to. And I'm like, there's no way. I came all the way for this audition. I want to be seen by somebody, because I don't want to have that thing in the back of my head that's saying, oh, well, what if
Right.
I didn't walk through the door?
Right.
I didn't at least give it a good enough shot to say, okay, I could have been considered.
Right.
So I see this gentleman standing like near the doorway, and he apparently is one of the first round of judges.
Okay.
That so he listens to them and sends them on to the next round or whatever. So I see him say to someone, "I'll be right back, I'm going to the bathroom." As soon as he went to the bathroom, I followed him. And I followed him. It was a porta potty. So I followed him when he went in, I waited for him.
Okay.
As soon as he came out, and I'm standing there in these awful, god-awful, plaid-patterned red, yellow, and black pants with this red T-shirt that I probably got from Baby Gap or something. I'll be the first one to laugh at it. I don't care, honestly. Poke fun at it.
I can only
Whatever.
imagine though. He's saying it now, but it probably looked very pulled together at the time, at that moment. You know what I mean? That very. I can see
So
it.
I told him, I said, "Sir, I drove all the way here from Natchitoches, and this is where I went to college." I said, "Can you at least just hear me?" He goes, "All right, kid, I'll hear you." And I sang for him, and he goes, you got a great gift, but you're not what we're looking for this year." I said, "Thank you." And that was all I needed. I went home. Next year came around, and I had always said, "Yeah, I don't want to go that route. I don't want to audition for these shows."
Right.
It was starting to really brew. Then The Entertainer was coming out, and America's Got Talent. Britain, I believe, was just about to debut or something. And I didn't want to be in the cattle call because I saw what it was going to be. And I went anyway.
Right.
So
Spoiled you, huh?
it wasn't even that I wanted to do it. It was just the right things lined up for me to not have to go through any trouble to actually get in front of them.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'll walk through the door, God, whatever it is that you're lining up, however this relationship may end up later on, 10, 15 years from now, then I'm willing to see what that looks like.
Okay.
So there was a situation that happened where my stepbrother had moved away, moved to like southern Louisiana, and needed a car brought down to him, and I just got my driver's license. So I had to drive the car down to him, and it just so happened that someone wanted me to go to the audition and bought me a bus ticket to go to the audition. So none of this ever had to affect me in a negative way. So I said, okay, I'll go. So long story short, I go to the audition, and there I am standing in front of the judges, like getting ready to line up for the judges again, and I'm like, okay, good. I gotta kind of make sure, what are the statistics of who's being let through and who's being cut out? Should I, aim for a male or a female judge, a black or white or Asian judge, a judge with an accent? How do I know, if I'm going to, be standing in the line that gets picked 1, 2, 3, 4, and now you 4 go?
Right.
And I'm trying to position myself like that. And I get up there, and they pick 1, 2, 3, 4, go. And they put me to, now there's 12 judges, mind you, and maybe 30,000, or no, 30, something like 30,000 people, or I don't know, some crazy number of people at this audition. And I stand right in front of the same judge that I followed to the bathroom.
And you said to yourself, God, I hope I'm what he's looking for this time.
I stand right in front of this man, and I sing not even 16 bars of something. I can't even remember what song I sang. You guys are great. Sorry, but you're not what we're looking for this year.
No.
Like, you gotta be kidding me.
No, he's obviously tone deaf.
And then Fantasia Barrino won that year, and I was glad.
Obviously, he's tone deaf.
I was glad. I'm so glad I was not up against that beast. Right, because she is just...
Yeah.
Mad respect, Fantasia. If you see this, I love and respect you so much. Dynamite. So, the next year, I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be something wrong. I've been this person all my life, and I felt a calling on it that was greater than me, greater than making a record, selling a record. And as I'm getting older now, I'm seeing that as just having a sit-down conversation with every single soul that comes around me.
Okay.
And I said, there's got to be something wrong. Something's not syncing up right. So I did my research, went to the drawing board, picked a good song, and made an arrangement. And this was the wackiest, craziest episode of a few days or a few months that I'd ever had. But we're going to take a short break because I got to go to the restroom.
We're going
to come back to that.
We're going to come back and jump into that story. Yeah, we usually do take a break way before now, but we've just been going.
We've just been going and going.
So let's show a video. Well, we're gonna let DJ Ken Mustafa show a video.
Yeah, just don't show the.
No, yeah, not that yet. We're gonna say that today. We got a surprise for y'all.
Beautiful.
We'll be back.
And in honor of the king, I'd like to do this song.